Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road 100. Today we are going to be using Weimer. I know I'm saying that wrong, but I'm fine with it, and it makes for a lot of fun in the comments. So anyways, what we are going to be running today is the Argent Wolf Kingblade, obviously, and we're going to be running EO. We're going to be running the Cathedral, and we are going to be running the invasions. And so for the invasions, you definitely want lightning damage, you definitely want ice damage for the purple ladies, and everything else will take lightning. So use frost weapon sparingly, and when you are not in the invasion, you can switch this for adrenaline if you want, or really anything else, or precision. Either one of those, any one of those are good. So today what's going to be interesting is that the 100% block here is not so 100% unless you use steady bulwark, and when you use steady bulwark, these all go to 100% because you get 20% more blocking defense. And so then when you have circular guard on, you can defend in any direction: front, back, side, top, down, underneath, everything. This is great for invasions because you're constantly attacked from all sides, and that can come in really handy. The only counter to this is what this invasion has is obviously the ability here for us to get destroyed by inhibit, and so it is really important that we don't get inhibited at any point in time. So EO definitely helps with that. So you can see there that we like slashed that guard once or twice, and it was pretty much destroyed. So that's kind of the MO here. Now we really can't do a whole lot of dodging, so we have to be really careful with our dodges and everything. So keep that in mind, because we are slow mobility, and slow mobility is usually no mobility, and so we have to make sure that we keep that up in our mind here as we go along. Definitely give them all a good spray here at first, and then get them all going from here on out. Okay, so again, we can just go to town here. Okay. Ouch. Whoopsie. This is a little bit tough for these enemies to deal with here, and so it's wonderful. We'll go ahead and heal just so we can. Let's give EO and myself some damage here. Okay. Okay. Oh boy, we just got hammered by like a wombo combo there. Okay. Okay. Mega unfortunate that EO got disintegrated there, but you can see that aside from that one very special combo that they did 4 or 5 hits against me on, we completely wrecked that invasion, which in one go, in like 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever, that is a pretty good run overall, considering we didn't do really very much blocking, and we were able to completely move through all of it kind of no problem. And so if we get all our guard up here and everything, we can just walk in, get some defense here, and get some ichor and everything. And you can see that the stagger potential is absolutely king here in the cathedral. As we go up against these different enemies, we get pretty good drain off of blocking and defending, and so we should be able to have plenty of ichor as we go along, especially with blood-sucking blades and such a very, 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 very high dark value. And so keep that in mind, that we have been running light runs so far, light builds. And as you see here, if we switch to kind of a hybrid weapon dark build, things kind of are pretty simple overall in how things run. Now that we are done with the purple ladies in the invasion, we can switch to adrenaline for more damage. We can switch off of Hoarfrost Stream as well if we want to. And you can see there that these enemies really do want to try and do something, and they really just can't when they are thrown to the ground immediately. So if we can get a few parries here and stuff here and there, that would be great. There's no requirement to, but they do sure help raise that ichor cap. Okay, and pairing up our attacks with the different move sets of the weapon here, we should be just fine. Now, like I said, we should have plenty of ichor, so do not be shy about blocking or going into this with anything other. Okay. Somehow the enemy got an attack on me there. And again, just go for those blocks. Okay, and you can see that just because of the stagger potential that we do have here, we absolutely should not be shy about those heavy attacks. Whether or not the gift trigger blade connects with the enemy, the sheer amount of balance damage that is created by one of those heavy attacks is unmatched, and you absolutely should be using it whenever possible, especially against low balance enemies such as here in the cathedral. So very, 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 very important, and make liberal use of that if you can at all possible, encounters around wherever you find those low balance enemies. Okay, we'll go ahead and rest here just to make sure that we have ourselves topped up, no problem. The rest of the cathedral is going to be pretty straightforward, no real super surprises or anything, but you can see that here on max difficulty, if you are confused about how to get through playthrough 2, the different bosses, the different enemies, you can see that at the beginning of the game, remember in what's his name? Oliver's area, what we were doing, the underground, we were doing about 1 hit on every enemy or so, and now we are doing about 2 hits, so it's not really 1, 2 plus EO, so I mean the amount of damage that comes out of this thing and how you can continue to boost it higher and higher and higher and higher and higher as you go through the different scenarios here. There really aren't too many issues that you need to think about and deal with. So we can come in here. Yes, we know that this enemy's here, which is fine. But we can go ahead and do some super damage here. And again, no worries, mixing in those gifts definitely helps take off the stamina consumption edge, because we super duper have a lot of stamina that is consumed when doing the different attacks, the heavy attacks with the weapons here. And so we absolutely need to make sure that we are constantly paying attention to when we are interacting with the different enemies. And keep in mind that a lot of these enemies have pretty high slash resistances, as well as just high amounts of hit points. So that's the thing that we're able and possible to overcome pretty much all the time, anytime. is who cares what the enemy defenses are and whether or not they're weak against slash or strong to slash or whatever the case may be. We just can kind of move along with no real concern about whatever an enemy is doing. Now this enemy is a crush enemy because they have the giant hammer, so we definitely need to make sure that we get our crush defense here, or just forget it anyways because the enemy is dead, no problem. Now this enemy, because it is what it is, we definitely want to block here a little bit, and we will probably have to okay, never mind. We will just probably have to slaughter that enemy, no problem at all. And you can see that EO isn't really getting hit or attacked almost at any time. We've got plenty of ichor running up, and we are at 1.23, and that's with no additional ichor drain increases from like Hunting Feast or drain chrome, devour chrome on our weapon here. And we don't need to heal because we didn't get hit or anything, and we went ahead and topped up our ichor. So we are good to go. We're good to keep moving. No problems here. Now this enemy over here, we will go fight him just because we can. We'll switch to ice for him because he's special, unique that way. And so this will help us just a little bit. To just have a fun side character here to kill. And that's just, I mean, it's fun. And because you can bully him because you have the Argent Wolf Kingblade, I mean, why not? That's just, how things go. When you have this weapon, you just kind of throw caution to the wind and you go for it because you can, and so you absolutely do. Okay, and then we just do our wonderful attack pattern here. Let's get some stamina and then go for the kill. So again, pretty standard attack pattern over and over and over for each enemy. However, the reality is that once you get this weapon and you kind of just demolish the rest of the game, you start wondering about experimentation with other things, which is why this weapon has found such a high position in my inventory, and why I told myself, well, I definitely should give the game a fair shake and let it kind of, figure out what it wants to be and how I was meant to play the game, instead of just getting the end game boss sword and crushing everything into oblivion. So that's a lot of fun though, crushing everything into oblivion. Believe me, 2, 3, 4 hits, killing any enemy with 0 retaliation, and bullying them around as they kind of bully you on your first playthrough, maybe even your second playthrough. But if you're running a second playthrough and you're not using this weapon, you're definitely playing Vayne a little bit wrong, I would say, because once you get this weapon and you're finding there's like maybe a little bit of a difficulty spike or something like that in run number 2, absolutely pull this weapon out and just watch everything melt in front of you. Especially with that running attack, the heavy attack, there's almost nothing that can withstand that, and so you should absolutely be using them when and all possible at every single point in time. So keep that in mind as you go through your second playthrough, and if things are hitting a little too hard and you're finding that you're not getting a fair shake, absolutely pull out this weapon, buff it up, and then shine it off, and then you should be ready to rock and roll with the best of them here. Whoops. Okay, I think we got him. Yeah, okay. That was a little bit of a little wonky encounter there. So when I first played through and I got this weapon, I didn't really give it too much thought because I didn't really know how to pair it with things, and I wasn't really sure how this weapon was meant to be played. And now that I do. The running attack into the heavy attack gives you less than the 100% attack damage at all times, so it's almost as if you are giving yourself a permanent 20 to 30% buff all the time, every single time. Because if you use just the regular attack, you don't want to be doing that because you're leaving potential damage on the table. So whether it's a dodge attack or a running attack or something of the sort, you absolutely want to be doing that. Okay, so we'll give you a Hoarfrost stream. And okay, so keep that in mind as you are going along. Whoops, because you always want to be topping up your damage. So that combo right there, as you can see, it's a running attack into a heavy attack. It does cost 1 ichor, which at any point in time is free, pretty much, because the first attack will get you at least 1 ichor, and then the follow-up attack, if the blade connects, not the gift trigger, but if the blade connects, you'll probably get about 2 or 3, maybe even 4 sometimes ichor. And so you'll always be gaining back more ichor than you are spending. So keep that in mind. Alright, and you'll notice that we have not really used Shifting Hollow very much, because it's just not really necessary if you can block, and if you can kill basically immediately. Yeah, don't hit Io again. Please don't hit her ever again. So you can see that even though we do have the ability to dodge, which will probably come in handy during the Berserker if we need to dodge anything in there, but also if you are doing blocks and you are playing a little bit more of a defensive game, you know, this absolutely wrecks everybody's business right in their face. See that attack right there? Absolute worst attack you could be doing with this weapon, because it comes out slow. It has a very long wind-up time. The standing attack, this is way too slow, and way less damage. So never, if you can help it at all, either use the running attack, a dodge attack, or the heavy attack. That is where the beauty of this weapon comes out, is that the heavy attack comes out fast, and the follow-up can come out very quick afterwards, plus the gift trigger. So it's got so many good things going for it that you absolutely want to be doing it. So let's do this, because, oh, okay, well, never mind. Oh, okay, I am not paying attention. Okay, what I wanted to do there was kill both monkeys and that enemy on the Hoarfrost stream, but I was not paying attention, and so I didn't. Okay, we'll get some ichor here, and then continue on. Alright, so you can see that the Sub-Zero Shroud paired with this, we are still doing quite a bit of respectable damage, and also keep that in mind that this is Weimer at a value here of C plus for strength with boosted to B, so this is like super low damage values for this weapon on this blood code with what we are specifically doing here at this point in time. So keep that in mind, that this is about as low as the damage values are ever going to be for this weapon, is right here on this build with this setup. It's pretty hilarious considering the fact that we are just kind of waltzing over everything. This is a crush enemy, so we absolutely want to make sure that we have steady bulwark up and active. You can I? Okay, never mind. Okay, we'll let her do that. Okay, and so when you are using this weapon on an actual strength blood code or something of respectable damage numbers, like in the 2400s or something like that, then you will be absolutely able to conquer everything at all times. So it's really good. And if you, and I know Weimer's a DLC blood code, but that's completely fine, and so we are able to make use of it, no problem. Now she may push me off the edge, so we'll have to be a little bit you know, standing on the edge here, trying to figure out what's going on. All right. And then we've got this enemy, which is no problem at all. It absolutely thinks that it's something, but it's really not. And there we go. So EO finished that one off for us, no problem. And then we can go for another fight here with the Berserker. And I think we'll call it here for now. It's a pretty good run. We could probably finish off the Cathedral in about 40 minutes, which is pretty nice because the Cathedral's usually around like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that, usually if you have some problems and struggles. But with the Argent Wolf Kingblade, there really are no problems or struggles, and so you just kind of waltz your way through, not really having too many issues to speak of. So here we want this, and we'll go for Draconic Stake. Those are some pretty good gifts, and with this guy you just want blood. That's the only thing you got to really remember, and so we will make sure that we take care of this fella. Whoops. And remember to block, because blocking is excellent for this guy. Now we aren't doing backstabs because it's so much damage. What we are doing for backstabs there is just to get ichor. Oops. Now you'll notice that with this guy, he does not stagger like most any other enemies in the game. He is very, very, very problematic. We're dead. Thanks, EO. The nice thing about the Argent Wolf Kingblade, though, is that you can get launches fairly easily with it, because most of the time he does not launch very easily. We're dead. Oh, we might not be dead. Okay. Okay. Let's back up. Give him some space. Now he does pure slash damage, so keep that in mind. Okay. Can I... Okay. There's a backstab. That'll buy us some time here. Get us some of our buffs going again. Okay. He's going to do a lot of things there. Ooh, we both missed each other. Okay, there's a good distance for Draconic Stake. Okay, so a bit of a rough go of it there with the Argent, or with the Berserker, but all in all, if you just keep up the blood attacks, you know, and again, this was like two weapon buffs, maybe three if you consider two-handed sword mastery, and everything went mostly smooth. Definitely sad about EO there for sure, but all in all, things are pretty smooth when you are running this weapon, and we're kind of like taking our time. We're not really speed running through this, and you know, we're at about a 20-minute mark for the first invasion and getting to the Berserker, and getting through him all in one shots. Like, we haven't had a second attempt at anything yet. So when you have something like this going and you don't have second attempts, things you know, you have a really good weapon on your hands, and we can continue forward tomorrow, and we'll do let's see, tomorrow maybe we'll do the memories, and then we'll head back here to the Cathedral and we'll split it up. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.